3, 2, 1. What's going on, everyone? Ash on Comics here. Got a comic I'm going to review. You may care, you may not care. It's a number one. I'm predisposed to superhero books. I've been saying these other publishers, not the big two, should be doing superhero books. They don't have to do all superhero books, but have a superhero universe. Start off like Marvel did back in the day with just a couple hero books, right? You don't need to have a huge line of 12 different, but have a universe that people can invest in. Capes is where it's at in comics. It's not the only genre. I know there's some people who don't give a rat's ass about capes, but that's fine. That's still the bread and butter of what comics are all about. And this is Radiant Black from Image. I know Image is supposed to be starting a shared universe, superhero shared universe. I thought that's what they should have done way back in the beginning when, the Big Seven, those guys, that started the company, they effed that all up. No big deal. They're all artists, not, they weren't businessmen. They didn't know what they were doing. I applaud them for doing what they did. It's unfortunate, though. Hindsight's 2020. This is what they should have done from the beginning. I don't know if Radiant Black exactly is part of that shared universe thing, or if it's just a creator-owned book. I hope it's the former. But let's get into the book. This is by KYLE Higgins. I'm not really too familiar with his work. I do believe he did Power Rangers in the past, is what he's known for. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But that would explain a lot if he did, because this book feels like it should be a Power Rangers book. It opens up, and we see a dude in his car. He's looking at his checking account, and he owes $40,000, and he's got $46 in his checking, and he's poor. And he's talking to the bank, and he's trying to get a loan, and he doesn't understand why they're denying him, and he gets in this long-ass, boring conversation in a car. And look, 1, 2, 3 full pages of talking to a bank in a car. This is part of the problem of what's wrong with modern comics today, and that is decompression. I know Stan Lee, rest in peace, is kind of old school, but you can learn a lot from what Stan did and how he formed the greatest comic company the world's ever seen in Marvel Comics. If he was writing this story, everything you read in these 3 pages would have been in 3 panels. You don't need all this verbose dialogue of, I need the loan. I understand you need the loan. Can you guys just give me anything? I'm sorry, but I need a loan. I'm sorry, look, it's embarrassing. He's just begging, he's pleading, and it's like just over and over. We get it. Dude's broke. Needs a loan. Like, it's just overly verbose. In writing classes, I can't speak. I should have took speaking classes. One of the biggest takeaways I took from creative writing class, one of my teachers said this to me: everything you put on the page should be there for a reason. AKA, never put fluff. Nothing should be there to just fill a page count or word count. It should have a purpose to your story. This is way too much. I'm spending way too much for just talking about it, but I'm not a writer. I'm just some schmo on YouTube doing a video on his iPad. it starts to get embarrassing at the end here where dude's rejected and he starts crying. And I'm not necessarily embarrassed that the dude's crying, but this is fiction. Okay? I know real people have real problems. I have real problems. It's just kind of embarrassing because it's a comic book, spoiler alert, is going to become a hero. Like, I don't know who this guy is. And my first introduction to the character is that he's just pathetic. Peter Parker was kind of a loser, but he wasn't truly a loser. He just was a loser in the sense that he didn't understand his place in the world. He didn't quite fit. He made mistakes, and he was trying to find his way. This guy is portrayed as just a total loser. Like, there's nothing redeeming about him. I mean, everything seems kind of nice. He's not a total asshole, but I don't have a reason to care. I just look at him and see how he's breaking down. Looks like he's doing like Uber to make some money, and someone shows up, is like, oh damn, well, they see him crying. We can get another car. No, it's fine. Everything's fine, and he's crying. Look at the passengers in the back. It's like, this is your introduction. Are we supposed to feel sorry for this guy? Because I don't. I might feel sorry if I had gone down a journey with him and I cared about him and then I watched him fall. But his only existence in my mind is after the fall. I haven't never seen him succeed. I've never seen anything about him that goes, oh yeah, this guy is, So we get 1 week later, we see him moving at home with his parents, and we get this long ass dialogue about coming home and he failing, and then his dude bro friend, and it's just more dialogue. This is a comic book. Let me remind you something. This is what people bought the book for. They want this. They don't want this. You're back. Oh, you're a failure. I'm bust your balls. Then they go out and drink. Now we get pages of them sitting at a bar. And look at all this dialogue. And it's not good. This isn't anything you're going to read and just be like, oh man, this is meaningful. It's not even poetic. It's just jibber jabber. Again, this is what you're getting from me, but you didn't pay $3.99 to listen to me, right? You just click on a button on YouTube, and I'm doing this for free. I'm not making. And if this were a webtoon, if this were a webcomic, and it was free, I wouldn't be bitching about it. I'd be like, cool, man. Threw up a webcomic, trying to do some stuff. And ultimately, that's the big failing of this book. Look, again, dude comes home. Look, I like how this happens, too. 3 pages I talked about, and then it's like, cha-chung, radiant black. Ooh. I like this part. I'm a sucker for this. When you do this, you tell a couple pages, and then boom, the big logo. Oh, radiant black. Story's beginning. The problem is, it's all been pathetic. I'm not interested. So this has little impact. And then I read this on 1 page. Oh, 2 pages. Oh, 3 pages, 4 pages, 5 pages of just being with his buddy and being pathetic. And finally, on the 6th page, they're walking home drunk, and there's this floating singularity, I guess. I don't know what to call it. And it's like, so weird. It's like a mini black hole or something. And then his buddy just reaches out and touches it, because that's, of course, what you do. That's impossible. It's got to be a trick of the light. And what do you think's going to happen when he touches it, kids? Wait. What is this? It's done something. Nathan! Go, Power Rangers. Do. Boom. Now, look. Again, the decompression. 4 pages for him to touch this thing and become the Radiant Black character, I guess. I guess that's what the character's called. I don't even know. This would have been 2 panels. It It's so stretched out. And then it's like, holy shit. And then it's like, I don't feel different. And then now they're talking about, you got a costume, then some cops show up, and it's like, oh, we need dialogue, banner, booba. And the cops are like, okay, well, you're on the railroad tracks, you guys need to move. And then the dude bro, shitty friend, is like, we're First Amendment auditors. And the cop's like, what? You know, the right to free speech and peacefully assemble. We're peacefully assembling here, and you guys are infringing your own private tracks. Then the railroad should kick us off. And his buddy's like, and he just keeps on going. Don't use my name. Are you crazy? Just get off the tracks, okay? The train's coming. Get out of our way and we'll get off the tracks. Like, literally, this dude's a moron. I hate his friend. I hate the main character. I hate his friend. Why am I reading this book? Don't know. And then eventually, the train's coming, and the superhero friend now has to save the stupid dude bro who's just standing. Stop for a second. You're standing on tracks. The cops are like, hey, can you get off the tracks? The train's coming. And you're going to sit there and argue while look at how close the train is. Get back in your car and drive away, and then we'll get off the woo woo. Like, no, this is stupid. And so the friend has to save him and uses powers, and he's like, oh, look, he's levitating everyone. Big 2-page splash. And then more. What did you do? I don't know. I reacted. Put us down. No, don't do that yet. Are you going to arrest us? What? Are you going to arrest us? If you promise not to arrest us, we'll let you down. It is just more about, that's extorting. It keeps going. And so eventually they fly away. And then it's like, oh, they're on a water tower. And more. Look at all this dialogue. And take a look. I'm not going to read it to you, but you can pause. You can read this for yourself. It's just boring. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, it makes sense, but it's pointless. It doesn't serve any point. I guess it could if it was framing the friendship and the chemistry of these two guys, but I don't feel any chemistry. You've got pathetic loser and asshole dude bro friend, and I don't care about either one, and I don't feel like they actually have a true friendship. I feel like they're just, I don't know. I don't buy that these two would even be friends. And then, you know, at the end, you know, what do you mean by threatening cops? Okay, dude, you could have got us killed. Oh, I'm sorry, but no, you know what? You should be sorry. Like, seriously, why would that be your go-to move? I was trying to help you. Things are hard enough without you marshaling this up. I didn't ask for you to help me, okay? I didn't ask for anyone to help me. Not in LA and not here. I did not ask. Okay, this guy has confessed to 4 years of loserdom and racking up $40,000 of credit card debt because he literally did nothing except be a loser. And now he's bitching out his friend, saying, I didn't ask for your help. It's like, dude, you kind of, like, dude. See what I'm saying? It's dumb. Like, I don't care. The friend kind of is a dick, and he did stupid shit. But hero kid, the pathetic guy, does need help, and this is the one guy who cares enough to try to help him, even if it's in a dumb way. You see, so he's now mad, and it's more dialogue. Oh my God, look at this! Look at this panel. Look at how many words are. It's like. Oh, just not now. So this is where he just confesses about how big of a loser he is, and it's just massive word salad about how pathetic he is, and just woe's me. And it finally gets to the end, and you know he's like, God, I can't screw this up too. Screw what up? What? What is there to screw up? You touch the thing and you got powers. He makes it sound like he's instantly become like some sort of, like he's become Superman and doesn't want to screw it up. And now there's no expectations placed on him. He just got superpowers. This is written by a modern writer who doesn't understand the mythos of comic books, the virtue of heroism. This is this is that twisted modern sensibility that's changed comics, where it's not about heroism, it's about celebrity. It's about vainglory instead of virtue. That they're polar opposites. Superman, Spider-Man, Captain America, they wouldn't sit there and be like worried about screwing it up. They would just be like, I'm going to help someone. I'm not doing it because I'm worried about failing or whatever. I'm just doing whatever I can. If someone needs my help, I'm going to help them. But this guy is now worried about like, oh, maybe I'm going to be a failure at this. Like, what? No one has any expectations. There's no way you can fail. But this is now a thing, like, I got powers, so now I'm going to be treated like a hero. No, heroism isn't about powers. It's about what you do. Powers are just a tool. That's why some characters, like Batman, don't have powers, but they're epic heroes. It just, this comic misses all the marks. And I know KYLE Higgins is a name I recognize. And his buddy's like, you're not going to screw this up, man. I won't let you. So we cut to the next thing. Meanwhile, in Chicago, we see that there's another. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, there's a red guy. And so my thought is like, oh, is this going to be an introduction to like multiples of these? Like maybe 5 of them in different colors. And they all form together to have a Megazord. And like, look, I kind of am poking fun at Power Rangers or whatever, but, and that's not a bad. If you like Power Rangers, more power to you. I'm not trying to say Power Rangers are stupid. I just feel like this is very derivative. That's what I'm more getting at. If KYLE Higgins was a Power Rangers writer, maybe he wanted to do his own thing. The problem is this it just falls flat. It doesn't horrendously fail. It's not an offensive comic in any way, really. It's just not an entertaining one. It's pretty boring. This origin is so lackluster. It's like, hey, look, I'm back in town. I failed at college. Oh, look, there's this weird thing. I touched it. The end. That really sums up this comic. And if you're paying $5 for $4 or $5, I can't remember how much exactly this was. It's just, no, it's not worth it. I give this 2 stars. Your miles may vary. Thanks for watching.